We are recording.
Hey guys, this is your doula Hannah. You're listening to Holy Shit, We're Parents, the podcast where I, as a birthing and early childcare professional, talk about making babies, birthing babies, and trying not to lose our minds raising them with my ADHD only child husband who has never cracked a parenting book, Justin.
Fuck parenting books.
Holy shit, we're holy shit, we're parents. Yo, but kind of right on point with our topic.
Oh,
today.
for real?
Yeah.
I was about to think, shit, I'm not supposed to be swearing like right off the bat. I don't think for like the algorithms or whatever, which is, I think just YouTube maybe, and
I think that's just if you want to monetize on YouTube.
Well, we would,
Okay, but then
putting
we
on
can't
YouTube
swear.
is hard.
Yeah,
Well, it's not hard. It's just an extra step.
and we can't swear.
We can, just ideally not in the first 10 minutes, and definitely not on YouTube Kids, based on what I've gathered
Right.
from the dark web.
Right.
Which is a podcast, not scrolling the dark web about YouTube Kids.
Thank you for clarifying.
Okay, what are we talking about? Move
So
on.
we are talking about the dark, strange, and pretty much unscientific history of parenting experts who created most of said child or parenting books that
Hell
you've
yeah.
never read.
I love any chance that I get to bring up Dr. Lipschitz
There you go.
from Rugrats.
Yes.
Because, like, his name was Lip Shits. Like,
Really?
they were telling you this
Don't
person
believe what's
speaks
coming
bullshit.
out of their mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Also, was very intentionally and portrayed by what I was pretty sure was supposed to be like a homosexual man. But I think the point was very clearly somebody who didn't have kids
Yeah.
was telling you how to raise your kids.
Yeah.
Which I thought was hilarious that show was like, these people are fucking talking bullshit. And
Yeah.
that was Rugrats.
It was great. God, I love Rugrats. And for any of our visual fans, I almost said listeners, but I guess they'd be watchers.
thought you were going to say visually impaired. I was like,
If you're curious about why my
parenting books in Braille,
foot
also
is...
bullshit.
If you're curious about why my foot is on the table in a boot, go to our Instagram and you can watch the video of me hurting myself.
She gets knocked down.
I do not get up
She did
again.
not. Well, you did.
Eventually.
Yeah. Which, we didn't upload that part of the video. When I fucking just, like,
Carried me away.
ripped you up off the ground and carried you inside the house
Well, that wasn't as funny.
over the threshold.
Yeah, even though we got married 10.5 years ago. To be fair, that night you carried me into our chalet we had rented in the mountains.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm going to be eating Pop-Tarts for
Okay.
some of this,
Move your
which I know
microphone
is
away.
not ideal.
This is not an ASMR podcast.
Well, it could be. I mean, I'm opening the Pop-Tart.
Oh my god. All right, well, I'm going to get into the content. Nobody wants to hear you eat your Pop-Tart.
Actually, there are a lot of people who really want to hear me eat my Pop-Tart.
Well, then go put that
Unfortunately,
on
just none of
YouTube.
them are probably watching.
Right. So there was like parenting gurus for like the last
Can I monetize
100
that?
years or so. Yes, you absolutely could.
Eating on YouTube?
Yeah.
For real?
Yes.
Me? Though, a man?
Probably.
Cool. Society's weird and I like it.
For the last, I want to say over 100 years now, based on when these dudes came out with their shit, millions of parents have believed like these main parenting things that I feel like our generation has been working really hard to get everybody to forget.
I'm also curious just which of these like are just so ingrained, or if any of these are just so ingrained in us that like me and people listening are gonna be like, didn't even know that was one of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, so the main themes were don't hold your baby too much. Let them cry a lot. Independence matters more than attachment and creates secure attachment. Affection creates weakness, and children should fit into adult schedules and be seen and not heard.
Well, you just explained why boomers are boomers.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Because that's how they were raised.
And that's what their parents were told how to raise them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But it also just sounds like what the dumbest person on earth would just do naturally. Like, to me. Like,
so funny you say that too.
oh, well, geez,
Because
I'm hilarious tonight.
many of the people behind these ideas weren't relying on modern developmental science or science in any way. A lot of them were influenced by military culture.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Also, some were influenced by behaviorism, and some viewed children more like lab subjects than human beings.
Yeah. Well, military, famously shitty.
Right.
About
Famously fucks your head up.
well, and is just like it's shitty to everybody.
Yeah.
It's shitty to both sides. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what side you're on. If you're involved with something military, you're probably going to leave it in a worse shape than you went into it. At least-
Brainwashed, treated like shit, unsupported.
Before all you fucking cocksuckers try to come for me, which fucking do it. That's based on every single person I've known that has gone into the military.
Yeah.
So I am basing it off of limited experience, but every fucking
Everyone.
okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, back to what we're talking about.
So,
You know me, I'll tangent.
most parents now, because we have learned so much and have since put out a lot of new ideas, feel safe to assume that parenting advice is coming from science and that you can now trust who you're receiving your advice from because you have a lot more access to research who you're receiving your advice from.
Laugh in a very specific way that I hope gets picked up on. Ma ha 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 ha. I laugh at that now because you can't even fucking trust like science shit
Sometimes, yeah.
from the government. At least
science is always changing, and
Well,
what
no,
we are
I'm
told
talking
is
about
science. Yeah.
what we are being fed now as to what is healthy from our government
Yeah.
is fucking bullshit.
It's ridiculous.
So it's like we had this wonderful time of like we've stopped treating people like shit and we're still making scientific advancements in the right direction. And then the current administration happened and they were like,
just kidding.
fuck everything. You know,
Yeah.
all that stuff we've learned,
We're
fuck
just
it.
gonna let everybody die.
We're going to make up our own stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm a lizard person full of black bile, so everybody else can live like that, right?
Historically, this is not where parenting advice came from. Most of, I will say, up to our generation's parenting advice came from the 1800s or early 1900s advice from questionable doctors, religious leaders, wealthy elites, and what were coming up in the time then as cultural norms without any meaningful research.
Well, yeah.
So,
Well, don't you know? Rich people.
right,
I
right.
guess.
So we're gonna get into like some specific quote unquote gurus or who were known as the parenting gurus until our generation was like, you guys are fucking stupid.
I hope we become big enough that people in the future
Call
one
us
day
gurus.
say we're fucking stupid.
Oh. Or
Yeah.
that. I would love that too.
Me too. Yeah. Like, because I mean, everything we think and say right now has the potential and possibility of being proven wrong or have found a
Right.
better way to do it in the future.
Exactly.
So
And that's
everything
great.
we're saying right now, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I hope we have the staying power and the presence in at least some people's like culture or whatever.
Yeah.
That eventually people are like, man, they were fucking idiots back then. Listen
But they
to
were
these
funny.
people. Listen to what they thought. You know what I mean? Like, listen to the advice they were giving people.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so first guy we're going to talk about is Dr. Luther Emmett. Let's try
That guy's
that
got
again.
a fucked up name.
Dr. Luther Emmett Holt. The doctor who helped
All right.
teach parents to ignore
Pause.
babies.
If the doctor sounds like a fucking serial killer, don't listen to him.
Yeah, the 3 name
Right?
thing,
What the
right?
fuck was that?
He was one of the most
Did he dress like a clown and lead little
pediatricians
boys
in
into his
America.
room?
No.
Oh, okay.
His books became parenting Bibles for like 100 years.
Well, we know how I feel about the Bible.
So what he taught was putting babies on rigid schedules.
Which
Like-
I don't disagree with. Scheduling can be beneficial, but I
Right.
think,
You have to understand
You
where
gotta
to
have-
be flexible.
well, yeah, you got to read the baby also,
Yes.
which I don't think he was doing.
Limit feeding flexibility. Like you only feed your baby this at this time, and otherwise
Your
they're
baby
just
dies of starvation.
lying to you that they're hungry. Yeah. Avoid responding immediately to crying and avoid excessive attention. His core belief was children needed discipline and routine, not affection and attention.
Okay, I wish we had talked about this topic before we started recording for once, because typically I love not knowing.
Yeah.
But I would have liked the input. I would have liked you to look into how many of these people died alone without any loved ones around them.
So I mean I kind of get into that at
Oh.
least with one of these guys.
Tight, because I'm willing to guess none of them died with their kids near them,
Right.
if they had kids. even.
Right.
Yeah.
So his advice was reflective of the medical and social beliefs of his era rather than actual like science. He wasn't conducting any sort of attachment research. He wasn't studying infant emotional development. He was just applying his worldview to parenting, and people trusted him because he was a doctor. Yeah.
Well, I wish we could say that that's changed a lot, but I
Sure
lived through
hasn't.
2020, so
Right.
I'm aware that people say, I think this just cause
And,
And that's-
everybody's like,
and
oh,
that's
okay.
better than research.
Facts. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Like, just cause.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things where it's like you wish you could say like, oh man, they were such fools then, but it's we're all still fucking idiots.
yeah. Next guy is John B. Watson.
God damn, man. I was thinking
It was-
some of these were going to be German.
They all sound like serial killers.
Yeah, they do. They sound like white guy, like button-up shirt wearing serial killers.
They're definitely all white guys, so maybe they were serial killers.
Well-
But he was the man who thought parents hugged their kids too much.
I will say, if you don't have kids and you dedicate your life to studying children, you're a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
You are. Just like if you don't have a vagina and you become a gynecologist, You're a
That's
fucking
always been
weirdo.
Weird to me. Yeah. Why? Why are you doing that?
because you're a fucking
It's
weirdo.
weird.
There is no other reason.
Yeah.
There are so many other aspects of the body that you have not had a personal experience that has affected you to lead you down this avenue.
Yeah.
Maybe a loved one was affected by it, but that you have not. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, whereas, like, I can understand a lot of women are like, this means,
Women's health. We
this-
need this.
This means something to me.
Yes.
Like, I care about this. Like, yeah.
So, John B. Watson was one of the most influential psychologists in history, and his ideas changed parenting for decades. And what he taught was don't kiss your children excessively, don't ever let them sit on your lap, shake hands instead of hugging. Too much
Wait.
affection creates dependency.
You know, I like to shake hands.
His belief was that emotion weakened children and conditioning shaped children. We're not doing it.
Pleased to meet you. Hannah used to, like, anytime she would accidentally hold my hand in, like, a handshake way, I would always just shake it
Hi,
and
nice
say,
to meet you.
pleased to meet you.
That was hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, every time.
Every
Still happens.
time.
15 years later.
Well, that's what happens when you start your relationship off with "Quit trying to hold my hand.
Well.
Quit trying to hold my hand."
So Watson
I'm so
wasn't
cool.
simply writing his theories, but he also wasn't doing scientific research either. He just instead attempted
what?
to apply these ideas in his own family.
He wasn't. Wait, what? You were like, "Don't
So-
worry." He wasn't writing these down, but also he wasn't doing any research.
Except on his own children.
Well, I mean, aren't we all? To a certain extent, I'm not agreeing with these people. But
So, the man who withheld all emotion and shook his children's hands
died alone.
had 4 children. His daughter Mary attempted suicide multiple times.
Mhm.
His son William attempted multiple times before he was successful.
Mm.
And his son James attempted multiple times as well.
Mm.
So, I'm going to go ahead and say
Was he ever
that
questioned about that?
not that I am aware of. It was just because it was all when they were adults.
What? He was probably still alive though.
But yeah, I just mean like
Damn, man, that's not enough. Old
nobody at the
fucking
time
white
connected.
people are made.
Maybe it's
to
because
be-
he.
Oh, they were. Yes, they were. They just don't want to.
Don't talk
don't-
about it.
Don't make the elderly, doctor
Upset.
uncomfortable.
Right,
Yeah. No.
right.
Fuck old white people.
Yeah.
Like I think if a lot more of them were made to feel more uncomfortable more in their lives, we wouldn't be all in the fucking be in the shithole
Yeah.
that we're in right now.
Well, and even after these people tried to or succeeded at committing suicide, his parenting philosophies went on for decades.
Because nobody sat him down in front of a camera and was like, "Hey, bud, kids tried to kill themselves, all of them.
right,
Except for
3 of
one.
the 4, yeah.
Not a good ratio here."
Well, and if a parenting philosophy teaches emotional distance and the children raised strictly under that philosophy later describe profound emotional suffering, then we should probably examine that philosophy a little more critically. And not continue
I
to
know,
pass
but
it
at the
on.
end of the day, what you're asking for is for people to be more attentive and more involved with their children. And unfortunately, that's not why a lot of people have kids.
That's true. He also created the idea of behaviorism and this what's called the behaviorist era, and that is when children became experiments. And this was a broader movement that emerged that viewed behavior as something to control, emotion as something to suppress, and compliance as success. So children basically just became projects for their parents instead of people with
Kids are
relationships.
seen and not heard, and I am basing my success off my child's success.
Yeah. The wild thing about
Well,
this
which-
whole
I understand a little bit, but I understand it as I want my kids to be successful because I'm not. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I get it, but I also get that it's not their problem. And it's not
Right.
their fault that I am not successful in a career or whatever.
yeah.
So yeah, I want my kids to be successful, but I also get that my failures are not theirs to make up for.
Yeah.
Which I don't think a lot of people get that aspect of it.
Right. They're trying to live vicariously through their children.
Yeah, when it should just be more you can use me as maybe a bad example in some aspects, but if you end up like me, then if you're happy, you're happy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is, I think,
The
something
ultimate
that
goal.
wasn't instilled enough in me
Yeah.
personally. It was never just try to be happy. It was you need to be working,
Yeah.
basically. Which, yeah, unfortunately, you do need to work in the society to get by and survive, but it shouldn't be your purpose for waking up in the morning, which I feel is what it's become for way too many people.
Yeah. At least way too many people who don't have jobs that are changing people's lives and shit that are an exciting thing to be doing.
I mean, but how much of that is there, and how much of it can you do before it's just your job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how many, like what careers are there even that you only have potential of positively affecting somebody? Can't think of any.
Yeah.
So you got to think of all the wins that somebody has. They're going to have losses, and chances are the more impact you're having with your wins, the more impact is going to be on you if you have a loss.
Right.
So again, I don't know.
That's fair. All right.
Anyways, teach your kids that happiness is what's important.
Yes. And
do what
and
you
hug
love.
them.
Yeah, like I'm telling our kids, man, do what you love, and we will do everything in our power for find a way for you to like make that like
Your thing.
a success.
Yeah.
Be a success in that, whatever that means for you.
Right. So the next guy we're getting into is Richard Ferber, who is actually,
Ferber.
I would say, arguably the most misunderstood parenting expert in history.
Do you have like a lisp?
He just published his advice, and parents took it
Like literally.
incorrectly.
Oh.
And he then had to later come out and be like, guys, you're doing this wrong. So he was a
All
pediatric.
right. You're gonna tell me his advice first, and then tell me how people took it, or are you gonna tell me how people took it and then tell me his advice?
Which would you prefer?
I don't know.
How about I'll
tell me his
you
advice.
His advice, and then you could just guess what
guess.
parents think he said. So
Ooh,
he
see,
was
both of these would be fun. Hearing what parents did and then trying to like reconstruct it backwards. All right. Shit. I don't know which way I want to do it. All right, just give it to me one way and I'll
Okay, so he was a pediatric sleep specialist and the author of Solve Your Child's Sleep Problems.
Could have used that personally.
He was the creator of what became known as the Ferber method or Ferberizing.
Oh, okay. This I am aware of. So I'm curious if I'm aware of the societal adaptation of what he said or if I'm aware of what he said. So can I tell you what I think it is?
Yes.
Okay. This is the quote unquote cry it out method.
Yes.
Yes, where if like your kid, for instance, is laying down, napping, and they're aroused from their nap and they start crying, that approach would be ignore the baby, let them essentially cry themselves back to sleep.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what parents
Took it as. Okay, I was hoping that's not what this guy said because he only has two names. So I was holding out hope.
So,
And his last name's fun to say.
what he actually advocated for was structured check-ins, gradual sleep independence, and age-appropriate approaches. His recommendations were way more nuanced than people were taking from his book. I don't know if that's because...
Well, you see, Beer, the book told me I don't have to go pay attention to my kid.
So I stopped reading right there.
I can just stay out here and keep drinking with all my friends.
Right.
And that's the most important thing in my life is drinking with my friends. And these little fucking shits just get in the way of that. And this book just gave me permission to
just ignore
abandon them in their room.
Yeah. So over
while I
time,
get drunk with my friends.
he would repeatedly publicly clarify all of the misconceptions about what he was trying to teach parents. He would go on record in different media outlets emphasizing flexibility, remembering to base things around your child's temperament or your family's needs, or including nuance and context in like helping your child sleep.
Oh man, so he was actually like
trying to help.
He could have saved us all.
Right. And he repeatedly explained that his method was never intended as one-size-fits-all parenting and would probably only work for some children.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he was a good guy.
He was, but
Okay.
he just became oversimplified and regurgitated incorrectly.
Ferber family, if you're out there and you're listening, I'm sorry she put your relative on this list. I don't know, you know. Yeah. She probably thinks you're supposed to leave your baby alone and let him cry it out.
Absolutely not. You
No,
know that.
I know.
So before I get into the next
Yeah,
part,
you
let's
definitely lean more to unferber, and I lean a little more ferber. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially now that I know what he was really talking about.
Right.
That's like,
You lead more legitimate
Yeah.
fervor.
yeah, where it's like, it's okay if the kid is upset a little bit. And like, it is
Yeah.
okay to give them a minute to see if they can figure it out and regulate themselves, but it's not
Ignore them
ignore
forever.
them forever. And it's also not, as soon as it happens, run over to them. And obviously, if it's a big fall and they get hurt, like, yeah, I'm scooping
Well, yeah,
them.
and this is also only bedtime sleep
Yeah,
based.
which I think is also a big part of that was widely ignored
Yeah.
by society, was that it was for a specific part of parenting, not for parenting.
Yes. And an example of how prevalent the cry it out version of this method is,
People still do it.
when I was at my last job, there was someone who went on paternity leave right before I went on maternity leave. And we both came back around the same time, like maybe a couple weeks apart. And he thought it was so funny to show me this video. He's like, you got to see this video of my son and the way he fell asleep. It's hilarious. And he shows me this video of his son standing at the edge of his crib, scream crying and falling asleep, standing up, holding on to the side of his crib.
Did you call CPS?
And I was like, bro, what the fuck? And like, I don't know how you're expecting me to react to this, but it's not the way you think I'm going to, because I think what you just showed me is super fucked up.
I thought
And that
I think
was
you
like
just showed
the
me child abuse.
End of our work friendship.
It should have been.
Yeah.
Like, God,
I was just like, what the fuck?
what the fuck?
Yeah. It's terrifying that there's still parents raising their children that way.
Yeah.
What? Ugh. All right.
All right. Sorry, it was just
It is
difficult
break
for me
time.
to not just like
Yeah.
say, thank goodness you don't work at blank anymore, to
Yeah,
make sure
yeah.
that people know, because I'm sure they would. Yeah, we could take a break. We can do a break
Yeah.
before we get into more stuff. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Holy shit, we're parents.
This episode is brought to you by Booby Superfoods, the real MVPs of postpartum snacks. Whether you're breastfeeding, chasing toddlers, or just need something that doesn't make you feel like garbage, Booby's got you. Get 10% off your order at boobysuperfoods.com/revive and thrive. That's BOOBIE superfoods.com/revive and thrive. Because your boobs and your sanity deserve nice things.
And while Hannah looks that up, I'm going to get comfortable. And boy, will that be easy in my comfort sweats. Comfort sweats. They're very comfortable. Yeah. You want to say our promo code?
Comfort.com, comfort.com/Hannah, HANNAH 66030.
There we go.
Holy shit, we're parents.
Meow.
All right,
Wow, wow.
bring us back.
And we're back.
Thought you were going to do some more ASMR stuff.
No. No.
So let's talk
And while Hannah does that, I'm going to get comfortable. And boy, will that be easy in my comfort sweats. Comfort sweats. They're very comfortable.
So let's talk about why parenting experts became parenting religions. And a lot of that, I think, has to do with parents are exhausted.
You want me to tell you?
Oh, sure.
People are stupid.
Well, yeah.
People are stupid and people are lazy and they want an excuse to be stupid and lazy. And as soon as somebody gives them an excuse to be stupid and lazy, especially if they wrap it up in some sort of fancy bow, like having the word doctor in front of their name, people jump at it. And
Okay.
they're always going to. No, not just parenting, every aspect of human life.
All right. I gave people a little more benefit of the doubt.
I
in
don't
my
because
notes.
I've met them.
And I went with parents are exhausted. We know that. We're exhausted. And exhausted people want support and certainty and reinforcement in what they're already doing. And these quote unquote experts were kind of offering that through these methods.
That's what I said.
You just said stupid, which people are, and I said exhausted, which people also are.
Well, yeah, but smart, exhausted people don't believe bullshit as much
That's
as
true.
stupid, exhausted people.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just, I mean, I see this, and this is why I say this is just a human condition and it's not parenting, because look at, I mean, we'll say the gym, for
Yeah.
instance. You can go into information on what to do in the gym is extremely readily available,
Yes.
right? People have been doing it for a very, very, very long time, longer than a lot of people, I think, consciously are aware that, like, people have been lifting heavy things for the sole intention of health and fitness.
Yes.
It's been happening for centuries. So there are ways to do things, and science came along. Science disproved a lot of those ways. It backed up a lot of those ways. It brought in new ways, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot, what I'm saying, there's a lot of information out there on how to do this thing correctly.
Right.
And it seems like a super important aspect of your life if you're going to start doing it,
Yes.
right? People put 0 minutes into learning how to do it.
That's very true.
People go in, they will find the path of least resistance,
Yep.
and they will do it every single time, and then they will get mad at the gym
For
for
not
being
seeing any
wrong.
progress.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
what could be more basic than I am learning how to do this? I'm going to start doing this new thing. I should learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Well, people don't do that.
That's fair.
So, like, you want me to say people aren't stupid,
No, no.
but
I
a lot of
wasn't saying
people
that.
aren't. Oh, okay. You just weren't saying it.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
I was saying so you don't mind. Okay, I see. But I'm just saying people are going to not learn stuff as much as they can for
Yeah.
some reason. And that blows my mind
I
about
know.
humans.
I do
I love
think
curious people.
also these people preyed on parents who may have been
Who
smart
preyed- oh.
but had severe anxiety about parenting, because that puts you in a very different kind of like vulnerable headspace where you start questioning yourself, and that can happen to intelligent people, like in anything, not just with parenting. And I think that's why, like,
See, I guess that alone is just a very foreign concept to me because, as I'm sure you know, to a fault, I don't take yes for an answer. You know what I mean? Like, I want to know why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, or if no, I want to know why. But I
Yeah.
didn't want to say I don't take no for an answer. That sounds like I rape people.
you don't do that.
No. So, I to me, even just getting the answer I want was never been enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I want to know why. You know?
Yeah.
Or if there was a discussion about coming to this. Why was there a discussion? What was the discussion? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just so foreign to me that brains don't operate in that same way because I don't see myself as a super smart, person. Like I know that there are a lot of people out there that are a lot smarter than I am, but I know that I know a lot of shit through my own curiosity.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
that's just not something that I would say the majority of people share in that way of thinking. I don't know anyone else as curious and willing to try to figure shit out on their own as you are.
What do you mean? Like,
I just you I don't know anyone else who does that.
really? Like, and that to me is so weird because it's just like the way my brain works. Like want a river surfboard? They're $1,000. Okay, well, my feed is littered with shapers making surfboards. I'm gonna figure out a way to do that. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it's like,
you're
okay,
the only person I know who would take that route initially. Like that was your first thought was, well, I could just make this myself, which is awesome.
yeah.
But I
mean, it
don't know
always
anyone
is.
else like that. And I know like I have curiosity to an extent, but it never matches the same as yours.
And I guess that's why I like look down on like people as a whole
Uh-huh.
is because like I just don't my brain doesn't like I cannot comprehend how another brain could you know what I mean?
Right.
Like how many people drive a car every day but have like zero clue how like a combustion engine even operates? Like I'm not a mechanic, but I know how an engine works. You know what I
have
mean?
no idea how
Yeah,
it
or
works.
like I don't know, especially in this day and age, like information is just so easily available and it's just everywhere and it's like the benefit is like there is so much information that you can take in multiple sources and like sift through that and like find out what is maybe not true but what is like true for your situation right now or
Yeah.
what works for you. It's like maybe this isn't the way to do it, but this is the way I can do it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just so foreign to me that like, and again, because I think there's a lot of places that my brain like has its shortcomings, you know what I mean? And so to me, it's just like I don't know, like I'm an idiot, but like I'm at least smart enough to ask why. You know what I mean? Like and I'm from somebody who like Gary tried to beat that out of me.
Yeah.
Like emotionally and probably physically, you know what I mean? Like I was tried to get raised in like a seen and not heard household, but I just did not accept that. You know what I mean? Like it probably still negatively affects my relationship with my parents now in whatever ways that it does. You know what I mean? Because it's just like how can people just stop being curious?
Yeah.
Or
I don't think that's necessarily related to intelligence, though.
It is. I think. You want to know why?
Sure.
I guess because half my fucking podcast. Motherfuckers. If you don't want to listen, please just keep doing it. I was gonna say,
Hannah will be back eventually.
yeah, just fast forward 15 seconds. All podcast platforms do that. Because the only way you can learn is to seek out information. Even if information is presented to you, you have to decide to, at the very least, go out of yourself that far to where the paper is to receive it.
Right.
So you have to be curious. You cannot,
to a certain degree, yes.
you cannot find out what happens in a book without being curious enough to either read that book or read what somebody else wrote about that book.
Yeah.
Or listen to a podcast about that book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what do you gain through, let's just say, reading? Experiences that you couldn't have.
Yeah.
You gain input from people that you aren't, from that you will never meet. All of that is what builds a person's intelligence, in my opinion. It's not like you are or you aren't. That's not what I think intelligence is. I think like smart and dumb. Yes, I think those are different. That's a whole big thing. We don't get on that. But you can be a dumb, intelligent person.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Or you can be a smart, unintelligent person.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just trying to highlight the separations there, right?
Yeah.
But to be intelligent, you have to have, I think, a natural curiosity to seek out. Could you not right now?
I'm sorry.
It's just really loud.
I'm sorry. I was very.
Could just seek out insights and views and experiences that are not your own. And that, to me, is how you gain intelligence.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? So, to me, you can't really, you know what I mean? Do you see why that is hard for me to just skip over?
I
Because
do. I think.
my brain holds that as fact, whether it's right or wrong,
All right.
which I acknowledge
Yeah.
that I can believe things as fact that are not correct.
Yes.
That doesn't mean my brain believes them less as fact. It just means another part of my brain is like, that part of the brain's a fucking idiot, but it's the loudest part of the brain. So, here we
Well,
are.
and that's how we got here with these parenting gurus. Because somebody took what somebody said like that as fact.
Way to circle back. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, you're welcome. So when you are seeking out parenting advice, there are questions you can ask, especially now, like with you saying we have access to so much information now. So we don't have to rely on someone's charisma or their doctorate credentials
Well,
or
and, like,
whatever.
You can also be like, and again, this kind of contradicts what I said earlier in the episode about people just being like, well, I don't think that's right, so it's not. But like, you kind of have to do that. You know what I mean? You have to think critically about all information coming in.
Yes.
Like I tell dudes at the gym, my advice for young people at the gym after learn the basics, it's listen to all the stupid fucking shit every fucking dumb old man in here tells you, because some of it is gonna work.
Yeah, some of it will be gold.
90% of it, throw out. But you have to listen
so you can sift through.
so you can get that 10%.
Yeah.
And that 10% could change your life, could save your life, could save somebody else's life. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
you have to be able to go into a conversation or a situation knowing that I'm going to be given information here as fact, and some of it could be total bullshit.
Yeah.
Some of it could be total fact. Some of the fact could totally not apply to me. Some of the bullshit could totally work for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't think people do that.
They don't. And I, like you were saying, you need to be curious and you need to think critically. So you need to be asking things like, okay, is there evidence that supports this? Has that evidence been replicated, or was it just a one-off? And so that's not really evidence, that's just circumstance.
Yeah.
Does it align with everything else we know about child development through real scientific research?
Does it align with my kids?
Yeah, does it like recognize individual difference and nuance, and
Yeah.
that like no matter what, does it acknowledge that there will always be some uncertainty? Like those are the types of critical questions you could be asking when looking or seeking out advice for your parenting situation.
And like, I guess here's something that every parent needs to hear. There's something wrong with your kid. I don't know what it is, but there's something wrong with them. And that's fine. There's something wrong with all of us.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's okay.
And you should be suspicious of anyone who claims they have figured out any group of people as a whole, because that's just fucking impossible to do.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, that's why I'm always very, like, I try to be very concerned about when I take hard stances on shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is all based on my experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? It may be based on 100% of my experience has gone this way, but it is still just based on my experience.
Yeah.
Which, and again, I don't think enough people put that like on what they say, which is why I'm always very careful to do it.
And that's good.
Because again, like I like a lot of things that I think, especially when it comes to like just like I don't know. I'm gonna edit this out.
Okay.
It's just like a lot of stuff that I just think like is like I find out like and through this podcast I have found out that like so much of it is like backed
yeah.
by other stuff. You know? I don't know where I was going with that.
Oh, okay.
Which is why I'm gonna edit out. Edit out. I'm doing hand signals so I'll see it. No, I don't fucking watch this.
Oh man. Well, that's all I had. Make sure you're not.
Oh, that's all you had? I could have kept going.
You didn't know where you were going.
Well, no, not on the last time, but
Oh.
earlier I had cut myself off because I felt like you were kind of like, shut the fuck up. I've got more stuff. to
No,
talk
I was
about.
just listening to try to figure out how I was going to circle back to what I had left.
Oh, okay. Yeah, by all means, like read your parenting books if you want to. I would. I mean, personally, not that you give a fucking shit. That's better than basing your parenting off of what you see scrolling through fucking Instagram
Yeah,
and
stop using
TikTok.
social media.
That and like stop putting your fucking kids on social media. Like I know to each their own with that, but like, damn. Like their likenesses are gonna be available and hijacked, like by AI, whether we want them or not, soon enough. Like, don't make it like. There's just so many fucked up people out there that do fucked up shit with AI that I don't
Yeah.
want the likenesses of my kids. Like I've even way cut back on just like sharing images and stuff of myself that are like super clear.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, what is somebody going to do with this? Like,
Right.
you can take this image, feed it into AI, and you can literally make me in these teeny little trunks that I'm wearing, posing, do whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
Like, they can do that with your child in their diaper in that cute little video that you think is adorable that you post. Like, I don't know.
Which, and yeah, like, yes, it is adorable. And I know you want to share it with your friends and family. Just find
a
another way to
Discord.
do it.
Like, get a group chat, get a Discord.
Do an email like we were talking about. Like
I was just gonna
a
take
friends and
credit for
family
that
newsletter.
idea that I had, but then you
Justin
kinda
had a
swooped
great
in.
idea of
You weren't
like-
even gonna give me credit.
Yes, I was. I
Eh.
didn't get there yet.
You said that we talked about.
Well, we did talk
All right,
about
so why
it.
don't you tell everybody Justin's idea?
No, go ahead.
Huh?
No, go ahead.
So I was inspired by Hannah's Uncle John, who is an older gentleman who, super nice guy. I don't know how the hell he's still alive because he has faced many a medical issue, but one of the joys of him still being with us is that he sends Hannah and everybody in the family daily or weekly?
Daily journal entries.
Daily journal entries via email. So everybody in the family, I guess, who wants to be or whose email he has is on a daily journal entry email that he sends out. And it's essentially just like, here's the important stuff about my life or the dumb stuff about my life, but to and for the important people in it.
Yes. So do something like that with your kids and their pictures and videos. Because, yes, it's totally normal and awesome that you want to share them with your friends and family, but don't do it where someone else can, as Justin said, hijack them. Because
Yeah, like people
These are
can
your babies.
essentially abduct your kids without even taking them away from you. Now,
yeah, it's
which
so
like
fucked.
that's crazy. And
It's
like, don't even get me
terrifying.
started on people who are like using their kids for
For clout or
like,
attention.
yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Like, I get it if your kid does something sweet, but like, again, if you share that video, I'm not about people who are then like, well, now we got to share a bunch of videos. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
now that's our ticket.
Yeah. Oh, they'll get us to go viral.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, if the most interesting thing about you is your kid, you're not fucking interesting. Your kid might be.
Your kid is.
And when they're old enough to make the decision to put themselves out there,
Cool.
I cannot wait to see what they create.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We just went and we're fortunate enough to see what I think was the incredible creation of somebody's kid when we just saw Backrooms.
Yeah, exactly.
That motherfucker's been making that shit since he was 14 going on 15 years old.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
That's
You know what I
so
mean?
cool.
Like, hell yeah. I cannot wait to see what your kids create. I don't want to see you force them onto social media so you can get liked.
Yes.
You. Out there. Yous, motherfuckers. Yeah, and I could have gone on a lot about just like, okay. I love everybody. You're all your
We
own special
appreciate
people.
you.
Well, I think people who are listening are unfortunately never going to be the people
That
who
you're talking
need to hear
about.
it. Yeah. Like, I think anybody who's listening cares about their kids,
Right.
gives a shit, probably knows parenting is hard and knows aspects of it can suck, but loves the fucking shit out of being a parent.
Yes.
Like, I think anybody who listens has
Gets
that.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you have that, we can't.
You're good.
You,
Yeah.
you can't fuck it up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna, because we all do, but you didn't because you did it with a good intention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, shouts to all the people listening because
Yeah,
you're
thanks,
probably
guys.
great parents.
Hi again, Bobby, our number one fan.
Oh, Bobby, I feel like he's cut down on sharing kids stuff too on his social medias that I've seen.
Yeah.
But from what I saw, he's somebody who likes
Loves
being a
being a
parent.
dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that's the thing. It's like there's parents and there's people with kids.
Yeah.
Be a parent.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Take
Anything
us out
else?
of here? No.
All right. Well, I do want to do a Backrooms episode since we went and saw it. We can talk about it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, bye.
You're not gonna do
Oh,
our-
fuck. Okay. If you've liked what you've heard and are still listening, please be sure to follow and subscribe on whatever podcast platform you so choose. Leave a 5-star review. If you don't want to leave a 5-star review, you can leave us a comment about why, and we'll change it or tell you to fuck yourself. We won't. We'll probably make adjustments because we do love input. And that's how you learn and grow. You can follow us on social media at Holy Shit We're Parents. Be sure to check out Hannah's new video that just dropped.
I get knocked out.
At Holy Shit We're Parents on Instagram. I'm at Daddy Muscles. Follow Hannah.
At your doula Hannah.
Now bye.
Okay, bye. Holy shit, we're parents.